Hi, Pao.
Hi, Lorena.
Good evening. How are you?
Fine. Thanks, Lorena.
Perfect. Okay, Pao. So, today, hoy tenemos que, we have to start with Unit 3. So, I will share you my screen because we will see future continuous. And let me share you. Okay. Okay. So I will show you right now. Okay. So when we talk about future continuous, okay, we're going to talk about this. Future continuous. So as the name says, we have to use the auxiliaries of future and the continuous way. So what do we have here? Which are my auxiliaries for future? Pau. ¿Qué auxiliares tengo para el futuro?
Will be going.
Perfect. Will and I have be going to. So I have these two ones. Will and be going to. This is for future, but in this case, we want to use the continuous way too. So will plus be going to, and in this case, the continuous, we have always to use verb to be and the verb with ing. So be and be with ing. Will or be going to, future, continuous, always be in base form, and the verb with ing. So these are the most important for this or for joining these two grammars. Okay, future continuous. Now, when we want to make an affirmative statement, we will use subject plus will or be going to, both are okay, be going to, plus always be the verb with ing and the complement. For example, if I say, I will be traveling, I will be traveling this weekend. So it means that I will start traveling maybe on Saturday and I be in a progressive way. So continue traveling on Sunday. So my trip is about 2 days, for example. Voy a continuar viajando desde sábado hasta domingo y consta de 2 días. Toda una continuidad, ¿no? Yo estaré viajando este fin de semana. This is the same as saying I am going to be Okay, so this is the first be going to, the verb be in base form, and the verb. Okay, so when we have, for example, when we use be going to, okay, be going to with be and ing, in most cases, many people used to get confused. For example, with the first be and the second be. In this case, you have to be careful because many people used to forget the second be. So they used to put only like, I'm going to traveling, and that's bad. I'm going to be traveling this weekend. And this be, the first be has to be conjugated. And the second be has to be only in the base form. But when we use with will, it is not complicated because we don't get confusion. It is only will with be and ing this weekend, okay? So both are gonna mean the same. Ambos significan lo mismo. ¿Por qué? Yo estaré viajando este fin de semana o yo voy a estar viajando este fin de semana. We don't use, for example, here, no utilizamos that something, for example, will is probable and be going to is certain. No, we could use both for certain or probabilities, okay? Both are the same. They don't have difference, any difference, okay? So this is the structure for affirmative. When we have negative, we have here want or be not going to. Okay, so both are gonna be okay. For example, she won't be doing the exam, or maybe she isn't going to be doing the exam. Okay, ella no estará haciendo el examen, o ella no va a estar haciendo el examen. But both are okay. Won't, isn't. Okay. If we want to make interrogative questions, the only thing that we have to do is to put first, if we have with will, subject, be, and the verb with ing. For example, will you be singing tomorrow? Okay. Or maybe with be going to. This is be, subject, going to, be, verb with ing, and the complement. For example, are you going to be singing tomorrow? So both are okay. If we have this question, we always answer with will. Yes, I will. Or if it's with verb to be in negative, no, I'm not. Okay, so that is the only thing that we have when we use about future continuous. Both are similar, they don't have difference, and both talks about a progressive of actions, okay? Acciones progresivas. For example, here, we'll be practicing this afternoon. So it means that, for example, we started at 3 and we are still practicing. Maybe we're gonna practice until night, for example. Okay, so future progressive action. We can use contractions or maybe we can't. She will be waiting for you, then will not be playing in the next game or won't be playing. And the same with be going to. Be going to and be plus the verb with the base form and ing. The first be has to be conjugated and the first be has to be static. Nick will be playing in the next game. It's the same as saying Nick is going to be playing in the next game. Both are the same. Okay. Do we have some questions about this grammar, Pau?
Yes. What's the difference between the future be going and this future continuous?
Oh, well, in this case, when we use, for example, only future with be going to or will, only future, not continuous, we are talking about some action or some plan that it's going to happen in a near future. Maybe, for example, tomorrow, maybe this night. We don't know when the action is going to start. Okay, but in future continuous, we know the specific moment when the action is going to start. Okay, for example, in this case, if I say, I will be traveling this weekend, it means that I will start on Saturday and I will finish on Sunday. Okay, that is the only difference.
Okay.
Perfect. Okay, Pau, so let's go to the platform, the exercises. Did you take notes about these structures, Pau?
Yes.
Okay, perfect, Pau. So let's go to the platform. Future continuous 1. Okay. Okay. Perfect. Very good. Excellent. Let's go next. Pau. Okay. Yes. Okay, only one mistake. Why is the mistake there?
It's missing the it's missing the T.
Yes, it is not with double T, right? So you are only putting one, getting. Yes, so it was a misspell. Don't worry. Perfect. Excellent. Now it's okay. Excellent. So now I will share you my screen and we will see the second grammar. This. Okay, so it is like a review that we saw before. When we, for example, talked about object adjective clauses. Yes. Adjective clauses, or maybe the other name it is the relative clauses. Okay, so these relative clauses that we saw before, it was about, I don't know if you remember the first one that we said it was who or that, where we use these relatives in the middle of the sentence in order to join two statements, okay, but only when we talk about people. So this is only for people. For example, I can say, okay, you are the person who, you are the person who help, you are the person who helped me a lot, for example. In this case, we are talking or we are describing a person. In this case, the person is you. You are the person, and I have to use who because I'm talking about people. Who helped me a lot. Or the informal way, you are the person that helped me a lot. That helped me a lot. Okay, so I could use this that for informal way and who for formal way. Okay, but both I will use it when we talk about people, when we describe the action of the people. So it means like I am joining two statements like you are you are a good person, for example. And another sentence, you help me a lot. You help me a lot. So in order not to make two statements, I am joining these two actions about you in only one. And I am using a relative clause to join these two statements. Okay, so that was the relative clause with who or that. The other relative clause that we had, it was which or that we said that we will use this for things. Or in some cases when we talk about places, okay? So, for example, I can say, I can describe, for example, La Paz is a city where you can, La Paz is a city, sorry. Which you can take many pictures, for example. La Paz es una ciudad en el cual tú puedes tomar muchas fotos. Okay, so maybe for places or maybe for things. This is for example, this is a book that you can read. Este es un libro que tú puedes leer. Okay, so we are talking about thing or places, okay? We could use which or that, formal, informal, okay? So in this case, we only have these two object adjective clauses or relative clauses. Now, in this example, we can see, for example, we are using two statements here. You are the two people. This is one statement. I wanted to see the other statement. But in this case, what are the people that we are talking about? It is about these two people. So how can I join these two ones? It's gonna be, you are the two people who I wanted to see. Okay, so in this part, in the middle of these two ones, it's gonna be my relative clause. In this case, I am talking about I think this is the recording that I told you about. So that when I use for things, and in this case, recording, it's a thing. This is the recording that I told you about. This is the tape. Tape is this thing here that I told you about. Okay, the thing, that's why we use that, or maybe which. In this part, we have the same, the object adjective clauses. So, in this case, we have, that's the video. Talia made the video. How could you join these two statements in only one using a relative clause, Paula?
This is the video that Talia made.
Yes, right? Because in this case, we are repeating the video. So we're gonna delete using only that because we're talking about the thing, the video. Perfect. Now, in this part, we have with person, who or that. There is someone who I have to go see. Or there is someone that I have to go see. Okay, formal, informal. In some cases, I could use whom in order to do it very, very formal. Okay, so that or which for things. My conversation wasn't the only one that she recorded. So in this case, I am talking about my conversation. Wasn't the only one that she recorded, or my conversation wasn't the only one which she recorded. Okay, which or that, informal, formal. So in these cases, that's the man who I saw. The man, talking about person, that's why I use who. If I talk about plural, many people, like who are those women, esas mujeres, quienes, who I saw. So what does it mean? That who is going to work with singular and plural. ¿Quién or quiénes? Both are going to be the same. So who for both, singular and plural. And the other. Talia is the only one who Nick wants to see. Or Newsline is the show that I always watch. Think, person. Okay? Do you remember this grammar, Pau?
Yes.
Perfect. Do you have some question about this?
No.
Okay, Pau. So now let's go to the platform to do the exercises. Okay. Okay, perfect. Excellent. Let's go next.
En la oración, donde está no relative pronoun,
¿Mm?
ahí tenía una duda.
Yeah. Why? The qualifying match the game. Okay, in this case, we can't use a relative pronoun. Why? Because we don't have two statements. We don't have to join nothing. This is like the game that is the subject. The game your team lost, okay? Your team lost last year. So it is only like a complement. We are not like repeating in order to join two statements. Okay. No
Okay.
lo repetimos. Por eso es que no entra el relative pronoun.
Okay.
Perfecto, Pau. Excelente. ¿Tenías tal vez alguna pregunta en estos ejercicios?
Sí, estaba dudando si tenía que volver a repetir el sujeto. Por ejemplo, en el último, Amy
Ujú.
has coworkers that likes a lot.
Ya.
Y omitir el sujeto, ¿no?
Ah, ok, ok. En este caso, no, está bien porque lo estamos uniendo, estos dos. Amy has coworkers. La primera oración y she likes her coworkers a lot. Lo que se repite aquí es el coworkers. Entonces, eso es lo que hay que omitir en la unión. Pero el primer sujeto no, no, solo lo que se repite.
Ok.
Ok, perfecto, Pau. So, eh, tomorrow we're gonna do the third grammar, that is passive modals, okay? So we're gonna see a little bit of modals and passives. And tomorrow we're gonna finish with unit 3. Okay, Pau? So
Okay.
today we're gonna just stay here. So yes, tomorrow. Okay. Okay, Pau. So see you tomorrow, Pau. Take care a lot. Bye bye, Pau.
Okay, see you tomorrow, Lorena.
Bye bye.